Everybody wait for the camera. Did everybody get clocked in on the RO? All right, Mr. Moody.
Good afternoon. My name is Chris Moody. Today we're going to learn a little bit about fire extinguisher safety. Today's objectives, we're going to learn the 7 steps to operating a fire extinguisher according to OSHA and FEMA. We're going to learn whether it's better to fight or run for survival. And then we're also going to learn how to be prepared and remain in a state of readiness. Raise your hand who knows anything about fire extinguishers or has had any kind of training on fire extinguishers. Deal. Steps to using a fire extinguisher. There's 7 steps. We'll call 911. Step 2 is going to be scene safety. 3 is going to be find an escape route. 4 is going to be pull. 5 is aim. 6 is squeeze, and then 7 is sweep. And I'll explain a little bit more about that in just a second. Step 1, we need to get the fire department on the way. Call 911, pull a fire alarm. If you're with somebody, get them to call 911 for you while you assess the scene. Step 2, is it safe? Do you even have a chance to fight the fire? Is it too big to handle with a fire extinguisher? Remember, your safety is top priority. We can rebuild a building, but we can't rebuild you. Step 3, if you think the fire is small enough that you can handle with a fire extinguisher before it gets out of hand, before you even approach the fire, make sure you have a clear means of egress. Find a quick way out just in case it gets out of hand, the fire jumps, it gets too big. You always have to have a means to escape. Step 4 is pull. You're going to pull the pin. This pin is placed here with a tamper-proof seal to keep your accidental discharge. It's no more than plastic. Just the slightest pull will break the seal. Step number 5 is going to be aim. You're going to aim at the base of the fire. That's where the fuel source is. So if you can smother the fuel source, you'll extinguish the flames. Step 6 is going to be squeeze. Once you pull the pin and you aim at the base of the fire, you're going to squeeze the 2 handles together. One thing important to mention is some fire extinguishers don't come with handles. They have push buttons on top, so make sure you're familiar with what type of fire extinguisher you have at your house or in the shop. The last step is sweep. So once you pull the pin, you aim at the base of the fire, you squeeze the handles, you're going to sweep from left to right, back and forth until you extinguish the flames. You're going to watch to make sure you don't have a reignition. And if it does reignite, all you have to do is go back through the steps and repeat as necessary. Some things to remember, as per Johnson County Emergency Management, always have the fire department inspect the scene after a fire. Always have fire extinguishers to be recharged after use before they can be put back in service. Remember, all fire extinguishers have an expiration date or dates for re-inspection. Also remember, as per FEMA, remember to check the gauges often. They can lose their prime. Make sure that all the working parts, the hoses, aren't damaged, missing. There's a tamper-proof seal on there. The pin's actually in there and engaged. Again, it's in inspection. You're also going to want to make sure that there's nothing crowding the fire extinguisher. You need quick and safe access to it. Review. What's the first thing we need to do? Make sure you get 911 on the way. If it is a small fire and it does happen to get out of hand, you need them to be here as quick as possible. You need to always make sure that it's not too big to handle. You need to make sure that if it is too big to handle, you need to go ahead and get out of the building. What does PASS mean? PASS is an acronym to remember the steps to extinguish a fire. P being pull, A being aim, S being squeeze and the second S being sweep. What should we always be? Ready and prepared. For more information, you can contact the Kenly Fire Department. That's the local fire department here at that number. Johnson County Emergency Services at that number, or the NC Emergency Management at the number listed there. There's the sources where I found everything. I appreciate y'all's time. Have a nice day.
Any questions?
Can we see it operate?
Yeah. Absolutely. Do it on me.
What do you think about the classification of fires? Versus, you know, you got electrical fires, you got fuel, you know, and then you got all different grades of fires.
Right. The fire extinguishers that we have here in the building are ABC fire extinguishers. A being combustible solids. That's going to be your rubbers, your wood, your plastics. B's are going to be your flammable liquids, being oils, gases, diesel, fuel, your lacquers, and then C being your electronics, so your bench grinders or your computers, anything like that. So the fire extinguishers we have here in the shop will cover those three classifications. The only other two there are is a D, which is animal fats and cooking. D is metals, being your metallics. Yep. K is going to be your cooking oils, animal fats and stuff like that you find in the kitchen, olive oil, vegetable oil, stuff of that nature. So as for the shop, then we have everything we